What should you not say to a narcissist during negotiations? Well, probably a lot of things, and probably all the things that they're going to say to you. But I'm going to go into this right here. Hi, I'm Rebecca Zung. I am so glad that you're here and welcome back to my channel. I'm an attorney and I'm also the author of Slay the Bully, How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell. I am so happy that we're diving into this critical topic, what not to say to a narcissist during negotiations. It also applies during any kind of communications with a narcissist. So let's get started. When you are having a conversation or a negotiation with a narcissist, it can be really challenging, and saying the wrong thing can escalate the situation very, very quickly, and they want to get more power over you. So it's really essential that you choose your words carefully so that you maintain control and keep everything on track, right? It's all about you having that mastery and not them. And so here are some things that you should avoid immediately and why, along with some alternative approaches, some alternative things that you can do. So don't say like you're a narcissist or any kind of labeling. If you do that, you're going to provoke extreme defensiveness, extreme rage, obviously, and you're going to derail the whole process, the whole negotiation process. They have very fragile egos and they react badly to any kind of direct criticism or labeling. If you say things like, you're such a narcissist for always making everything about you, you might say things like, I feel the conversation is focused on your needs. Can we also consider my perspective, right? So instead of labeling, you might use we. Can we have this conversation? That's also a good thing. You know, we can go in this direction, and that's less likely to trigger a defensive response, and it keeps things flowing much better. The next thing is to avoid invalidating their perspective. So if you say things like, can't you just be reasonable? It's going to invalidate their perspective, even though they do this same thing to you all the time. I know, but they pride themselves on their superiority. So, you know, I always say fluff for favor, vomit later, right? I'll be fluffing up that ego. So you got to be careful. You can't just say, you just need to be reasonable. You can say things like, I agree that we are on a different page. I think that we can all come to a reasonable solution. I know that that's what we all want. And I know that that would be so beneficial, especially to you. Let's explore options that will be workable and frame things in terms of mutual benefits, implying that it's all going to be great for everyone involved rather than assigning blame. And the next thing is avoiding direct confrontation. If you say things like you're wrong, you're going to be pushing right up against it, and they have a deep fear of being wrong, anything that it's going to lead to just absolute stonewalling and escalation. And if you try to get them to admit to any wrongdoing, they're never going to admit it. They just won't. So you might as well try to get blood out of a stone. It ain't going to happen. Just present it as we have a different viewpoint rather than go back to what the different viewpoints are. Let's work toward a solution at this point. Let's continue the dialogue. If you try to go back, you're never going to get anybody to admit. Okay, so just move forward. Are these tips helpful so far? If you're finding this helpful so far, give this a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might benefit from this. And just say, agree if you have seen this so far. Like, you know, like that this is how they are. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that. And get my free Crush My Negotiation Prep playbook at winmynegotiation.com if you want to get the upper hand in these negotiations. Don't use absolutes. Don't say you always or you never, because that also triggers their defensiveness. They're extremely defensive. They're looking for these moments where they feel attacked and misunderstood. They're overly sensitive to criticism. They're extremely easily slighted. So if you say, oh, you never listen to me, or you always make it about yourself, they're like immediately going to be on defense. Oh, I always listen to you. I'm always like, I'm the best. You can't make it about that. Okay. And you can't make it about your feelings, because remember, they don't care about your feelings. And so the next thing is avoid minimizing their position. It's not a big deal. You can't say things like that. What are you thinking about like that? You're overreacting. All the things that they do to you, no, you can't do back to them, because that's not going to be perceived well for them. So you've got to say things like, oh, I understand this is really important to you, and we will absolutely address that. I hear you. That makes sense. We'll find something that's a productive end result, a productive resolution. Use words like that. That's how you're going to have to come to a resolution. Similarly, avoid dismissing their emotions. You're basically dealing with a toddler. You can't tell a toddler to calm down. That's not going to make them calm down. You've got to be like, okay, let's take a deep breath. I understand this is upsetting. Of course, you have every right to be upset. Validate their feelings and avoid comparisons. Oh, how come you're not more like Donnie over there? Or how come you can't be more like me? Because that, again, triggers. They're extremely insecure people. They're extremely envious, extremely jealous, and they have feelings of inadequacy. So if you do that, that's going to make them very difficult to deal with. Be extremely defensive. Don't bring in other people. Don't compare. The next one is avoiding sarcasm. Oh, great. Sure. Everything your way. Absolutely. Just like it's always been. No, you don't do that, because they have to be taken seriously. It's so hard. You have to be the bigger person. You have to be the better person. It's extremely difficult, because you keep thinking, why do I have to be the bigger person? Because you're dealing with a 2-year-old. That's why. It's not fair, but it is what it is. And then the last one is avoiding threats and ultimatums. You will get them from them. Do this or I'm out of there. This is the first thing or I'm done. That's how they'll often start it. I've seen that many times, but you can't do this. If you don't agree with this, I'm done. I'll walk away right now. Don't do that. Let them play the games. You don't play the games. If you both are like that, then you're not going to get anything done. So focus on being steady, be strong. Don't be a doormat, but okay, we are going to focus on a solution. Here are the solutions. You're not combative, you don't confront, cooperative, but obviously you have your boundaries as well. I mean, the way you do that is when you go into your negotiation, you're fully prepared. You have your best case scenario, your worst case scenario, your risk, you've weighed it all. That's why you get Win My Negotiation. Go to Win My Negotiation, get your Crush My Negotiation prep playbook. That'll help you. This is like just the place to start, but make sure that you like this video, you share it, you have subscribed here, you've hit that bell, because this is just a place to start here. This will help you tremendously in dealing with narcissists. And the next video that I want you to watch is Dirty Ways Narcissists Always End Relationships. And just remember that you are powerful beyond measure. They're down here. They're always going to be narcissists. They're not changing because they're not self-aware. They can't get out of their own way, and they will always self-destruct because they always overplay their hand. Go watch that next video. Remember, wherever you are is the jumping off point, and today is a great day to start negotiating your best life. And I will see you in that next video. Shopify helps millions sell billions around the world through their digital courses, through their digital products, at the touch of a button, on their smartphones, on social media, however they want, including me, at shop.rebeccazung.com. You can access your store from all over the world, just the touch of a button from your smartphones. Start accepting payments. Everything you need to sell online, manage orders, and develop relationships in one place and look fabulous doing it. Shopify is the commerce platform that is revolutionizing millions of businesses worldwide, including my own, at shop.rebeccazung.com. So right now, what you need to do is sign up for a $1 a month trial period at shopify.com/bestlife, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/bestlife to take your retail business to the next level today. Shopify.com/bestlife.